This is Viltrox latest 35mm f1.7 nifty-50 for APS-C camera, and it is dirt cheap. Hi, it's Jimmy Cheng here from RED35 and welcome back to my channel. Today we are looking at Viltrox latest lens for APS-C camera, and this is part of the Air series that they've been doing. You know, they have done the 20mm and also the 40mm lenses, just the same size, same weight, same styling for APS-C camera. So now they're throwing in this 35mm, which basically making it like a nifty-fifty. So I think this could be a perfect choice for anyone who has an APS-C camera who wants a very small, light, performing, yet very, very affordable price for your camera. I think it is pretty neat. And if you haven't checked out my previous lenses review for the Viltrox Air series, the link is right up here and in the description below. So we're going to concentrate on the 35 today because, well, it is what the video suggests. But I want to highlight to you why I think Viltrox has done very well on the entire Air series, simply because there aren't many offering like that. You know, first of all, very small, very compact, which is what we wanted these days for a lot of street photographers and also travel photographers alike. But secondly, you know, camera can be very expensive these days. So anything that is, you know, have decent quality yet very affordable is certainly very welcome. So first, have a look at the build quality of the Viltrox 35mm f1.7. What can I say? The same as what I did in the last two videos on Viltrox lenses. Because of the same series, they got the same build, literally the same size. I just think that, you know, is actually very good, you know, for the price. And don't forget that this is around about $100 lens. So it's very, very affordable. And really, I can't think about how they can make money from this lens. But if they can, that means that, yeah, we may actually be getting overpriced stuff from other manufacturers. But anyway, there's more like a conspiracy going there. I'll let you decide what I just said. But overall, it is a very well put together lens. There's no rattles anywhere. And it feels almost like the 50mm 1.8 Sony E lens, which is also a budget entry-level prime lens for full-frame camera. And it feels the same. It weighs about the same. And in fact, you know, this is 50-1.8, this is 35-1.7. Field of view is very similar. Light gathering is very similar. Price, still cheaper, but you know, the Sony 50-1.8 is also relatively affordable, which I'm going to come into that towards the end of the video, which costs at the moment street prices about £135. So it is a very dirt cheap lens. But overall, let's go back to the Viltrox. It is good. It is very affordable. So I mean, for that price, I would not complain about build quality. Of course, I would like to wear the ceiling, but that would bump up the price significantly if I'd asked them to do that. Yeah, no problem. Everything is good. There's no menu focus switches anywhere. It's an infinity ring, but the ring is relatively smooth, but it does make some noises when you turn it. But yet again, you know, it is a budget lens. Come on, I'm not going to complain too much about it. What about handling and design? Well, design is exactly like the other two lenses. I'm not going to comment too much about it, but handling, well, I just love it. You know, I love the small form factor, and because it's so light, you can mount it on any camera, you know, will still have the same balanced feeling in your hand. That I mounted on my ZF. In fact, you know, it's a little bit back heavy because the body is so much heavier than the lens. But overall, I wouldn't complain at all. So when you hold it in your hand for a long period of time, you're not going to feel fatigue. On the ZF-C, it just balances like perfectly because ZF-C is quite light as well. So on ZF-50, you know, even X cameras and the X-T5, because they come with X mount as well, and even other cameras, I think they work perfectly okay. So overall, I think handling is phenomenal with this little thing, and it's perfect for traveling. Now, it's the cream of today's video. Lens is always about image quality. You know, whether it looks ugly or not, you know, I don't really care as long as it performs, right? It's a lens. So how does it perform? I'll let you decide first because I'm going to show you my sample images now. as you can see, the image is actually quite nice, right? It's very punchy, very contrasty, very sharp. The central sharpness certainly live up to, the Viltrox standard, even though this is an entry-level lens. So I'm happy to see this quality from Viltrox and keeping the price so low. Yeah, edge sharpness, it suffers a little bit softness there, but like I said, this is 1.7 lens, and a lot of the time, if you shoot 1.7, most likely you're doing half-length headshot kind of portrait thing, and then you blur out or subject separating the foreground and the subject itself. You're not going to notice the edge sharpness anyway, unless you are going to do some off-center composition. However, having said that, I still think, overall, the image quality-wise is very, very decent. If you stop down to 2.8 or 3.5, you're going to get edge-to-edge sharpness. I don't see much distortion or even vignetting going either. There is a tiny little bit at 1.7, but goes away by f2. And what about fringing? Well, fringing is also pretty decent. I don't see much. There is a very, very tiny hint of purple fringings in very high contrast scenarios. But overall, I would say, this lens image quality wise outperforms the price. It's actually surprising considering, when I tested the 20 and the 40 before, they do suffer a little bit when you shoot wide open. But this guy here is, yeah, it is good. It is good. It's very easy to recommend. So what about autofocus and video application? Well, autofocus is, I wouldn't even call it snappy. It's okay, it's not fast. So if you're trying to track someone who's moving fast into your camera, moving in and out of the frame, you're trying to reacquire and trying to catch that moment, you probably would not want to rely on this lens. The autofocus is a little bit on the slow side compared to all the other lenses I've tested so far. So it's not the fastest autofocus lens I've seen from Viltrox. Certainly okay for day-to-day general snapping and things like that. But yeah, if you want to capture something really sudden or something that moves very, very fast, yeah, this is not the lens for it. So this is it. This is my review on Viltrox latest 35mm f1.7 for APS-C cameras. What do I think? Would I recommend it? Yes, wholeheartedly. Based on two things, image quality and price. Image quality, as you can see from sample images, is good, it's decent, it's sharp, it's punchy. It's nice, it's all right, for the price, right? You can't compare this to some of the more premium offering, similar to my 50-1.8 Sony E full frame lens on my ZF. Right, what I would call it is the disposable lens, not that single use, but what I'm saying is, if it does break one day, I simply replace it. I don't even bother fixing it. If it does break after 3 or 4 years, just grab another one. It's decent quality, is just very easy to live with. So if you've got any APS-C camera, go ahead and buy this guy. It's a nifty-fifty, so you're definitely going to use it. 1.7, good light gathering, so you don't have to push the ISO so high up. Yeah, it's a great companion to your kit lens. If you have any zoom lenses, for instance, it's a very good companion for the travel. It's good for general purposes, snapping, half-length portraits, you name it, everything. Nifty-fifty is always one that I always recommend photographers to get. So here we go. There's a budget option for you. So thank you very much for watching, and you know what to do now. Thumb if you like this video and sub if you want to stay in touch with all things photography and filmmaking. Of course, lens review. And remember, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about the lens. Until next time, I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now. Peace. Welcome to the bonus sections. Well, Viltrox has done well. I love the Air series. I love all their little APS-C camera lenses. It's great. It's tiny. It's functional. It's cheap, and like I said, if it does break one day after a couple of years, just buy another one. Fixing it probably costs you more. And yeah, so overall, I think Viltrox has done really well in the last couple of years, pumping, lens after lens after lens. But at the moment, they're really concentrating on APS-C and full frame. I would like to see them expanded to maybe medium format and also micro four thirds, just to cover the whole spectrum of lenses. At the moment, micro four thirds definitely needs some new blood in the lens lineup. Some of the lenses have already been around for a few years, so I'm hoping to see some of these little lenses kind of make their way towards the micro four thirds platform, and that will be quite good because size-wise, is actually pretty decent. Obviously, when you mount it to APS-C lens onto the micro four thirds, it will feel a little bit big. If you don't want to change, too much about designs, and Viltrox can do that. But if they want to make a dedicated micro four thirds lens, I'm pretty sure Viltrox can do it slightly smaller than this. So that will be quite interesting, right? So on my side, you can see that I got something going as well, because first of all, I have a AI gimbal from Hohem once again, because they're very known for the AI stuff. I've done about 3 of their previous gimbals already, and I always love their stuff. You know what? I started reviewing them during COVID time about 4 years ago, and I still remember the kids loving playing with it, all the AI tracking and things like that. They love that. So this is the latest version. It's way more powerful. It's definitely on the more pro level stuff for your smartphone, which I'm gonna make another video for that, of course. And also here on my left here, I got the Ronin RS4 and also the XM5. And remember in my video, I talked about using the XM5 as a gimbal cam because it's the size and weight. So it's very easy for you to run around with the gimbal with the camera on top of it. So I'm going to do something very special. It's easier for me to talk about it in my video, but why not? Might as well just show you what I can do with the XM5 on the gimbal. So having a really good RS4 like here, and then the XM5, I should be able to get some really, really decent stuff going. So stay tuned for that video as well. So that's it. That's for my talk today, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. There are more coming. Of course, I've got other lenses to talk about. I've got another portrait lens, the Series Aurora 85mm f1.4. That is a phenomenal lens. I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. If you're into portraiture, yeah, that will be another lens for you to see. Okay, that's it. That's it for now. And enjoy your day. Happy shooting. The weather is really rubbish out there. That's why I'm staying indoor for the last few days. It's like raining, windy. Yeah, I know. Just discouraging. Very gloomy here. Okay, I hope that you got more sun than me. And so until next time, I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.